Hello, I was looking here to show you the Dora the Explorer, and there's like Dora the Explorer along with G. It's like a G, and is for green. It's like you got it to where Dora the Explorer is explaining the whole purpose about green, and that green could be is a fact about having having a bank account, or say having like some say a trust fund or whatever you call it, but so far as a whole purpose about having a bank account, or it could be some other things they have to do with you say is savings bonds or whatever, about saving the money, and after the money is used or spent, and then after that, and then it is saved back up again. But so far as it's like if we got the letter G. And then right here, you have it's like for the daily work and then the homework, you have it to where you get the file cabinet right here. That a lot of times with whenever we do our homework, that we would have files and files of paperwork that we would go through whenever we were to get our bank statements, and then along with any emails. If we nowadays that we have computers and mobile devices such as mobile amps, that we'll be able to pick up information from the bank that way. But you have these different color leaves right here. You got the pink, and then the orange, and then the yellow, the different the fall color leaves, along with the spring. It could be spring colored leaves. It's like so far the season leaves, and then along with the green. And the way the tree is explained is the fact about that you get the trunk right here along with the branches. You got the branches along with a few of the stems, or what do you call it? You got the stems, and you have the leaves right here, and each leaf would represent is like the level from the bank account. It's like the way I went ahead and drew it. Is that it grows tall. You got the seed right here. It grows tall from the root, and it grows up to say it goes up to at least maybe 5-8 feet high, and it starts sprouting, and you have it to where each leaf would change color to know about how well the budget was so far as keeping the balance. The balance remaining as a good remaining balance, other than it's like poorly, is that which I'm sure it's happened to most of us, to where if we have a bank account that it falls below the minimum or whatever, and then that we run out of money, and then we put more money in the bank, whatever. But so far as with Dora the Explorer, that we all probably know that having a bank account or any type of retirement fund or whatever you call it is I really don't think it shouldn't have anything to do too much with money. It's like you got a bag full of money, that the whole purpose about having a bank account or a savings account, or it's like having to pay taxes. It's like you say that's just stuff that you pretty much gotta do. And I don't think that money really is the main purpose of it. And it may seem like it, but it really ain't. I think the main purpose of having a bank account really is that reading the policies of the agreement, and then whatever paperwork that is signed, and agree the agreement of having an account with whatever bank that you go by. But sources of income and along with the taxes. But you have backpack right here. It's like a bag full of money, but then also the bank is like as trust, is like so far as if you were to have a bank account, is to handle it right, is to know is that how the money goes in the bank and then how it goes out. And then more likely that we would probably know that with a lot of the companies are going green. It's like you have it to where if you were to cut the center of you cut a tree down, you have that say the log right here. You got the log from the trunk of the tree, and then you got the drawing right here of the saw, is that the saw is cutting through the through the wood, piece by piece, and all the sawdust is coming out. You get the sawdust right there. But you have it to where what it's explained is you got the tree right here, and then whenever the saw cuts parts of the tree down, and then it makes the bank account get short. The tree kind of shrinks, not really expand, but disband the amount of money that you have in there. And we should say that the money don't grow on trees, but in a matter of fact, that in some ways money can grow on trees as long as we do the job right. As so far as green is, so far the word letter G is if we grow the income, like work around the clock or work 8 hours or maybe 5 hours on it, so far as growing the savings or growing the amount that we use. That pretty much to say is that way I would probably say that if I were to start from one part of the tree, I would probably say it's like with the money being tight every now and then, that more like it would be like probably towards the center. It's like the center would probably be like yellow or green, but not any type of source of danger or nothing. But what you say is like with the bills and stuff like that, it would probably be in the center, and then work your way towards up, and then whenever you work your way towards up, and then that's whenever it starts getting more green. It's like say evergreen or olive green or whatever you want to call it, but it starts getting taller, and then whenever you cut the limbs down and you back down to this level or down that, or back down to the root. But you have it to where you start from A, B, and C, D, E, F, G. You have A as an apple, and B as in boot. It's like so far as for friend boot, and then along with C as the number of counts. You got 1 through 10. It's like in A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and H, I, J, K, and L, M, N, O, P. So that would be about maybe 15 counts altogether, going up from the stem. You got the trunk, and then along with the stems right up here. So far as how the tree's grown. And then they got the clock right here along the backpack, and then along with boots right here. Dora the Explorer is like the, so far as, and along with friends, and then say other things to explore so far as the planet as going green. Other things to explore other than to say being that what you call concerned over the whole thing about the income or the banks or the taxes. But you should say that more or less you say we all have bills, and the fact is that since we all have bills, it could be student loans or credit card payments or whatever it is, that a lot of times it cuts I was to say it chops the bark chips off the tree trunk, but it cuts a few limbs off of it whenever the bank account gets a little smaller. But then it gets more like it gets bigger just by say it is doing the daily work. It's like so far with daily is you can also look at it. It's like the day as in as if it's actually going to happen, or if it's like actually that time to where that it's time to make a deposit. Deposit can be possible. Just work on the paperwork so far as whenever the tax return comes along, or whatever type of grant or whatever it is. But you got the lowercase and capital G right there, along with the green as in grow. And if we all ever heard that comment before, it's like how many licks does it take to get to the center of the Tootsie Roll Pop? You got the tongue right there. But more like they say 1 or 10 or maybe 50 licks just to get to the Tootsie Roll Pop. I think that the best answer for that would be is that the fact of how many licks there are, I would probably say about 130, because it's like 130 steps it takes. It's like by the time you start from the soil and work your way up towards the top of the tree, that will be about 100 130, 140 licks, something like that. But